Today on the channel, we got a double dose of death with DC McFarlane Toys Deathstroke.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got a double dose of death with Deathstroke, Gold Label, and Regular Edition. But of course, for all your DC McFarlane needs, make sure you're hitting up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10% on all in-stock items, anything over $79. Does ship free, got to get a deal out there. And Deathstroke, an all-timer in the DC universe, of course, known for blasting away his big old guns, things like that. Unfortunately, both these figures here, no guns involved, just swords and knives and kendo sticks, I guess, and stuff like that. So a little bit lame, but we do know Warner Brothers holds back the weapons for the DC characters. But that's where good friend of the channel, Todd McFarlane from the couch. It's good to have Todd here right now because we can cover this with him. But Todd, you correct me if I'm wrong. I think I know enough to be dangerous right here. Warner Brothers doesn't allow pistols, guns, anything like that. So we always have to give these characters that usually pack in some serious heat, we have to give them knives and things like that. Really, really lame. However, Todd McFarlane, a genius. Todd, I'm not just saying that because you're on my couch today. But Todd said, hey, here's a workaround. I do have the Spawn license. It's my own thing. I can release accessory packs full of weapons and just put Spawn on them. And whether or not you buy that and use with your DC figures, that's up to you. Choose your own weapon adventure. I think that is an amazing workaround to this. Obviously, we'd rather have the guns packed in. But that's Todd working around the system, working the system a little bit. Genius move, Todd. Genius move. I will give you the props there, but still going to ask you once again, please put your pants on and your socks and shoes on if you would, but I'll take either or at this point. But of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. We're going to go Gold Label first. That's what we're going to do. I believe Target exclusive, if I'm not mistaken. I did get both of these guys on eBay for under $20 shipped each, so I think I did pretty good on these. And figured I'd pick them up. So there it is. And it's a good two-for unboxing here with both versions of Deathstroke. And I think we unboxed a different one. Wasn't it part of the Suicide Squad wave? I think we unboxed one of during that as well. But we got the black and white edition right here. Definitely a variant from the Defiance. That's what he is. He's defiant to the end, of course. DC Multiverse Gold Label. McFarlane Toys, 22 points of articulation. 12 and up on this one, thankfully. Don't just have Todd McFarlane on the couch. We got Mark Summers as well. Mark, you know the drill by now. 11 and under, get him off. Get him out of here. I don't care if they're across the street. Tell them to get out of here, kids. Too dangerous here. So we got that going on, of course. And then on the back, little glamour shot action. No cross-sell, anything like that. Because, as we know, it is a gold label. And like I said, I believe a Target exclusive at the time. Maybe a year, 2 years ago. What is time? I guess I could look on the packaging. It probably says somewhere, doesn't it? 2022, 2 years ago. See you later, goodbye. And I remember seeing these as a part of a big shipper. And I think there was a Green Lantern in there I got. And I think that's all I got out of that shipper. Bam, see you later. Almost hooked the landing. DC McFarlane stand, seen it before. We'll see it again. We know how that goes for sure. See you later. Goodbye. And let's get down to War and Peace. We got a lot going on here. Real name Slade Wilson. Slade Wilson is a mercenary and assassin for hire with no qualms about crossing lines to get the job done, no matter where those lines are drawn. A formidable operative for the U.S. military, Colonel Slade Wilson agreed to undergo an experimental process that increased his mental and physical abilities to superhuman levels. Rather than continue his career as a soldier, Slade became the masked mercenary Deathstroke. This decision resulted in his wife leaving him and his son Joseph being permanently injured, as well as the death of his son Grant, who sought to emulate Slade. So with great power comes great responsibility. And a lot of people always draw that comparison to Deadpool a lot of times here. I believe Deathstroke was before Deadpool, though. So I don't know. It's a little of this, little of that. Borrowing with kindness, I think is what we'll call it right there. But here he is in the package here. Defiant to the end, the Defiance version here, looking good. I was going to say no twist ties, but it looks like there's at least one around the waist. So not totally loaded with twist ties, but just one, it looks like. And I pull him out. Let's see. It's always tough with that cape. There we go. You get that cape right there through. Bam, there it is. See you later. Put a little spin on it. Like Bill Cartwright at the free throw line is what that is. Put a little spin on it. And we put a little spin on this. Once again, no big weapons going on, but you do got a big staff here. So pretty lame, all things considered, but I guess it is what it is at this point here. But we do have that, and we'll talk a little bit more weapons later on in this video once we get the other one out of the package. But let's start off with a little Deathstroke here, just ready to cause death is what he is. Very interesting, black and white, very plain here. Black and white, two colors, very difficult to get on action figures a lot of times. Sometimes the white just kind of seeps through and it needs like another coat or two. This one looks pretty good outside of the wrist here, the wrist where the hands meet. A little bit of chipping, a little bit of flaking. Your mileage may vary there. But the black and white looks pretty good, all things considered on this one. Got the big hooded head. He's even got a little ponytail out the back, a black and white little ponytail, or I guess mask ties there. He is a Lucha Libre guy on the side. Somebody fact check that. I wouldn't do it though if I was you. But black and white, he's got the half and half two-face style head going on. Big old whimsical cape there, all in white. And then you got the black arms down to the white wrists and white gloves. Looking very interesting here. He's got black shoulder gauntlets going. Got a white belt, white tight straps, all kinds of stuff going on. Some of that Aquaman texture there. He does got a knife. Is it removable? It is not removable. Oh, it's devastating right there. I thought this could be removable. Little knife there on the side looking good. Black tips on the end of the white shoes there. Looking very interesting, but looking very striking. This is a figure that really stands out. Almost looks like Moon Knight is what it kind of reminds me of in some ways. Arms do go around, but you are limited by that big old cape there. Bicep cut, very loose in the bicep, Todd. Let's tighten that up at the factory. You want to call China right now? Go in the other room? Perfect. Gotcha. A little late, though. It's 2 years ago. I mean, I don't think this is in production anymore. Hands back and forth, side to side, of course. Hula hoop plus traditional waist. Head back and forth, side to side. Big old Deathstroke splits. We're doing the splits right here. Legs go up. Double jointed knees. Ankles back and forth, side to side, up and down. All of our usual McFarlane articulation right there. Doing it every single day, of course, we do know. And he should fit on a McFarlane stand. What do you know? He fits perfectly on that stand. So there we go. We got Deathstroke ready to go. Ready to take his final stand, but a very striking one here. I think that color of black and white looks pretty good, all things considered. But now we're going to turn our attention over to Deathstroke again, and this is DC Rebirth era Deathstroke. And this is more what we're accustomed to. We think of him in the orange and black attack, like young Taz from ECW in the back of the day is what we think of. Posed in the package here, looking very interesting. Big bubble window, of course. DC Multiverse, Deathstroke, 22 points of articulation. 12 and up. Thankfully, Mark Summers already got those kids out of here, so we're all good there. We're in the clear. We're in the clear. Deathstroke, DC Rebirth, Deathstroke. Glamour shot on the back once again. Let's see. Let's get down to it. Let's get down to business. It'll be interesting to see if the file card back here is the same as the one we just read, or if it'll be different. I would love to see if it was different. We'll see what happens. See you later. Another spin on it, of course. Let's get it going here. Bam! See you later. Goodbye. Bam! See you later. Goodbye. DC McFarlane stand. Guess what? I told you you'd see it again. Now we got Deathstroke right here. Old Slade Wilson. Oh, it's the exact same copy. Come on now. What are we doing? It could have been a different copy. It's a different look. Let's get a different copy, but I guess not. It wasn't in, dare I say, it wasn't in the cards. Yes, it wasn't in the cards. There you go. Plastic Prison looking good. Are we twist tied in? Looks like just at the waist is what I'm seeing here. Is that it? I can't believe it. Todd, you're slacking on the clip ties on this one. Usually we're just clipped to death. Not today. Not today. There it is. And then we do get a little knife once again. Come on. There it is. See you later. Goodbye. One clip tie off to the side. Looking good. Looking interesting. Looking like a Deathstroke. Like I said, a little bit more accustomed to what we're used to with this one right here. The orange and black attack looking pretty good. Looking pretty good, all things considered. Now, he does got two very lame weapons. He's got this little black knife here on the handle, silver on the blade, of course. And then you got a sword. I don't know what the magical sword. Looks like he stole this from Aquaman or something. Who knows? But two weapons here. Not what we think of with Deathstroke, of course. But we do got a little holster down here. I believe that's for the knife. Fits right there. Now, it makes me wonder, is this knife removable? I feel like this one should be removable down here. Oh, there it is. It was just stuck through the plastic. So it was removable on the white one as well. So there you go. We know a little bit more there. It's first time unboxing a figure here today. So we got that. That is removable. You can stick it on the side. It looks like this is the same figure redone, is it not? Is it not? It looks like we got a different torso at the top. But we do got some similarities between these two. That is for sure. The hands are hands are different as well. So A little bit. We're borrowing. We're using with kindness is what we're doing here. We got some similarities, but some differences with this one. But the biggest difference, of course, the color, the orange and black attack looking pretty good if you ask me. I'm here for that. Got the big old belt going on. Pockets all over the place. Who knows what he's storing in there. We do got a little storage action on his back here, it looks like, for that sword. Yes, indeed. So you can store everything on him. Always do appreciate things like that. A little bit more articulation on this guy. You don't got the big cape like we have on the other ones. So the arms go around, bicep cut, double jointed pinned elbow, hands back and forth, head back and forth, hula hoop at the top, traditional waist as well. Big old splits if you need them. Legs do go up, double jointed knees, ankles back and forth, up and down. All of our usual McFarlane articulation on this guy right here. But definitely cool in the orange and black attack. You got one white eye under the orange. The other one is in black. You can't really see it. Got the straps all over in orange, and then you got the orange tip on the boots there. Looking pretty good if you ask me. But the biggest qualms I have with this figure is the lack of weapons. But like I said, Todd's had accessory packs. He's had some Spawn figures that have come loaded to the gills, so we can thankfully pull out different weapons here. I can give him this big old Gatling gun if I want to. I got a baggie full of weapons here, so I'm going to find just the right fit for old Deathstroke, put these with him. You'll see him in the glamour shots, of course, but looking really good. This whole baggie here is from the King Spawn figure that was loaded for Bear. Gonna use some of these here, borrow them with kindness. I think a Gatling gun would look pretty cool with him. Gonna really build him out with some extra weapons. You really have to do that because these blades and this staff, just not cutting it for a guy like Deathstroke. He's got to be loaded. Yeah, we'll take it to the streets in Death Wish fashion. That's what he's got to be able to do if he has to. If he has to, of course. But there it is, a double dose of Deathstroke. What are your guys' thoughts? Pickups? Passes? Long games? No games? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day and then some. We got even more content for you, of course, over on Patreon. Patreon, the best way to support this very YouTube channel. We got videos every single day over there. You get the glamour shots for the videos, Q&As, giveaways, you name it. It does support the channel as a member of the Patreon as well. You can also support the channel, Kyle Peterson, over on ProWrestlingTees.com. Pick up a t-shirt. Don't forget my book, The Jacked Class Superstars Complete Guide. Barnes & Noble and Amazon, the place to pick those up. And then, of course, you can follow me over on social media. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads and on Instagram. So for Deathstroke, Mark Summers, Todd McFarlane, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.